Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 21 of Rapid and Central Discussion. You know what that means, Daryl.
That could mean a number of things on
That
this show.
means we can legally drink.
Yay! Yay!
I'm
And
your
you picked a
host.
bad beverage tonight.
I did. Terrible decision. I'm your host, Seth Kurkowski. With me, of course, always is the person who can't deal with it but thinks he can, Daryl Sausse.
Deal with it. It's the deal with it glasses. I don't know why. I'm feeling it
I
tonight.
will put you back in the waiting room.
You. He did that pre-show, and it pissed me off.
I
And
have
as
so much power in this
and
call.
as soon as he did it was like a perfectly cut mother.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I just said, I can put you in the waiting room. Click. And that's all I heard was the click on my mouse, and it was great.
That's fair though, because when we first started using Zoom, I'm like, how do I leave this thing? Like, wait, is it this button? Right click,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, that was good. That was
So
good.
yeah, I decided to go with the seltzer tonight, which I do not like seltzers, but my lovely sister-in-law knew I like the company that makes it because it tis the season of the Smirnoff Red, White, and Berry.
Smirnoff. Ugh.
I love me some Red, White, and Berry. It is the best vodka ever.
When we finally get together and do an episode together, don't be surprised if I ice you live.
I would be okay with that one. I like Smirnoff Ice. They're
Like,
delicious.
you're gonna kneel down and chug it and everything,
I don't mind. I'll do it.
even if it's a hot one.
Okay, well, let's at least
All
make
right,
it
I
cold.
won't be that mean.
Let's make it cold at least. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is the first year that they came out with the seltzer version of the drink, and yeah, no, not great. Not. It means a seltzer. It's not supposed to be good, but
Mm,
it just tastes like there's no berry. I mean, there is berries. Like you're gonna see me drink a lot. I'm gonna be drinking it. I'm owning up to it. That's my drink for the show. I'm gonna
there
drink
you
it,
go.
and when I finish this, I'm gonna crack open another one. If I finish this, which probably won't happen, it will probably be towards the end of the stream where I finish it because I'm gonna nurse it like crazy. But you'll on the stream you'll see my face go, ugh, ooh, berry, because it has a nice berry
Wow.
aftertaste. But majority of the taste is just ugh, seltzer.
Mm.
How's your week, Daryl?
You know,
Oh, you're
it
still wearing the
was
sunglasses. Great. Okay, cool. That's the
sure.
thing. That's the thing. All right, cool.
Yeah. It was a good week, making that money and everything like that, and we had 2 out of 3 successful launches this week.
Oh yeah, we had two
Um,
launches this week. Wait,
we had
who was the third?
three. The three was
Wait, who's?
Interstellar Technologies
Oh,
Momo 3. I'm sorry, from Japan.
I totally forgot to even
Um,
look into that. I
wait,
totally forgot that as a
no,
thing.
no, 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 no. It was Momo 5. This delayed a few months now, and it was just a sounding rocket. It was trying to at least break the Kármán line, but yeah, it had engine problems, and you started seeing it tumble out of control. And for a second, did you see the replay of it?
No, I didn't.
It got maybe like minute and a half into flight, something like that, and then you see the engine flare out, and it starts to flip over, and you still see the engine kind of flaring and whatnot. I'm like, oh, is this gonna do like a Kerbal thing and catch itself and keep going? Because we've all done that, and it did not. It splashed down, and oh well.
No, I'm watching
But
it right now on some weird website I've never been to before. Oh, TechCrunch. Never mind. I've been here before.
I'm looking at the same thing right now,
It's
and
the
they're doing
first one
like,
that popped up.
yeah,
It's going
and
up. It's
they're
going
doing the
up.
sped up version.
It's going up. It's going up.
How far did it get? It got fairly far. It really did.
Yeah, it
Up
looks
there it
like most of
was.
my Kerbal launches.
You see a little bit of it pop out or something like that. I thought that was just like a big chunk of something ablating out of the engine nozzle.
Oh, no, there we go. There, no, no, no. Oh, no.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my Kerbal launches.
Yeah, when you watch it in real time though, it flips over and it like realigns itself while the engine's still trying to do something, and you think, "Oh my god, it might correct itself like we've all done in Kerbal before," but no, it doesn't. And
Wait,
then
you've done a 180 or a 360 in mid-flight in Kerbal, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I've done it all the time. I do it literally every launch. It starts going. I don't put enough. There's not enough. Like like aerodynamic stuff to keep it forward, keep it straight, and it starts
Wow.
going. I just cut the engines. I keep on going up. I do maybe 2 or 3 backflips, and then when I get high enough to where atmosphere's not an issue, I kick it back on. I do like a mid-stage stage.
Wow.
It really
So-
helps with the Delta V. I'm just saying,
It does.
it does.
So yeah, that's what happened with Interstellar Technologies, which they'll be back, and we're all going to be pulling for them again, like we do for everybody.
Yeah,
Yes,
totally.
even-
I totally did not forget that was a launch this week. I was very, very supportive of them today.
I completely understand because the night before you had one at midnight and another one at like. Here's the funny thing:
Oh,
my
man.
time, in my time zone, that Starlink went up at 4:20 in the morning. I'm like, come on.
Technically 421.
No, I
Yep.
think it was.
Yep.
I think it was more like
Yep.
4:19.
No, it was 421.
Oh, it was 21. Oh,
Because you know
damn.
why?
Why?
Because I was doing a stream and I actually re-streamed Rocket Lab's launch. And while I was working on my app. And,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I was doing really good throughout the week. I ordered myself pizza, a 2-liter bottle of Coke, which I went through the entire stream with. Totally not healthy, but I did it. Because
You youngin'.
I had a full day of work, and I'm like, oh my, it's 3 freaking a.m. I didn't take a nap beforehand. That was a stupid decision. And so I'm just exhausted. So I'm just like, any caffeine into my body. And it was like 3 a.m. And I'm like, you know what? I was having issues with like something I was working on. And I'm like, this is a terrible stream. Like, it's just me sitting there, like, waiting something to load. And it's taking so far like 30 minutes to load. I'm like, I'm going to let it leave for a few hours. I'm going to turn off the stream. I'll come back. Maybe I'll go to the beach for the launch, get good pictures of it. Because apparently it's supposed to be really nice to see down here.
Yeah.
Which it was in Miami, and I'm further north of Miami, so I would have gotten really good pictures of it. But I woke up at 5:20. Literally, by the time I just got to the first stream that popped up was Tim's, and like it was the first one. I clicked on it. By the time I even got to that, it was T-minus 10 seconds.
Damn. See,
So-
I took a chance. I even put up a tweet about it. Should I try and take a nap and risk sleeping through it, or just stay up? And everybody's like, stay up, stay up. I went and took a nap. I set an alarm. I woke up, swapped the stream on my TV. It was like lift off, stage set, landing, Seco. All right, I'm going back to bed. It's a Starlink. It's a Starlink.
I was kind of upset because I was talking with a friend and she wanted to go. I was like, oh yeah, we should go. Like, it's an early morning launch. Like, it's gonna be beautiful. Like, it's gonna be a beautiful launch. And she's like, oh man, I really want to go. And I'm like, well, just let me know if you're able to go. Like, and like, I'll come with you if you want. She's like, yeah, no, it'll be great. And I got a message at like 6 p.m. She's like, yeah, I really want to go, but I'm not gonna do it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, yeah, I can understand. Like, it's early in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
it's really early in the morning.
That was ridiculous,
We
but
had to
y'all
leave-
missed out.
We would have to leave by like 1 a.m. and like, yeah, it would not have been great. So
You would have
I've
had to
done it.
leave. You would have had to leave right at the end of Rocket Lab's stream.
Well, the plan was to leave during the stream. She
Oh.
didn't know about that launch.
Oh.
She just
Well-
knows about the Florida launches. We're
And-
working on it. We're working on it.
And you see, I put up a poll, and I think there was a lot of biased people who voted in a poll on Twitter, but I put up a poll that said, all right, whose was prettier, SpaceX or Rocket Lab? Because, yeah, SpaceX had the nebula effect and everything like that, which is tough to beat. But, man, that ignition shot with the purple sunset sky right behind the Electron,
They have like the
Dude.
greatest launch pad.
they
It's-
do.
It's
And
it's
it's-
like it's a beautiful launch pad without a launch pad on it,
Mm.
and then you add a launch pad on top of it, and it makes it more beautiful.
Yo, dog, I heard you like launch pads.
So I put a launch pad next to my launch pad.
Well, honestly,
Or if you're
if they,
SpaceX, you put launch pads on your launch pad.
yeah,
You put Starship right next to your other one.
if they didn't have somebody doing remote cameras for that one, dude, that's a big missed opportunity
I don't
right there.
know. I'm trying to think because didn't Trevor go?
He did once.
Yeah, I don't. Did he do remotes?
Yeah,
He did do remotes. Okay. Maybe there's media people out there who like go and they're like, "There's a big meet." Like, because
maybe it's like their own in-house people. I don't know, but if
I'm
they didn't
assuming
do
they
it-
have their own house people, like 100%. And
Yeah, but if they didn't do it, they missed out big time.
I don't
'Cause
know
that
how
was-
much media those out there because they're pretty far away from civilization.
Oh yeah,
So
they definitely are.
I can't imagine. The closest would probably be like my drive, which is like 2.5 hours. That's probably the closest. So
Still, for a rocket launch, for a rocket launch somewhere
for
where
a
they're
tiny rocket launch. I
It's-
mean, I like rocket launches, but like if the only launches 2.5 hours away from me was Rocket Lab, I would go, but I wouldn't go to every one.
I mean, you gotta think too. In a spot that's never had launches up until what?
Oh,
2
they're
years
probably
ago?
freaking the hell out.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
absolutely
man,
love it. I'm sure they absolutely love it.
Speaking of upcoming Rocket Lab launches,
There's another one already. I love it. I love
they're
it.
planning it. Yeah, it's pretty far out, but their naming scheme never disappoints.
Nope.
Ever. We're all waiting for them to like not get it, like for them to be like, hey, and we're at launch 17 of Electra. But this
18 days away.
launch 13, right? 13th, right? Yeah.
Yep. 13.
Lucky number 13. Yay. Their launch is apparently has a bunch of Earth observation satellites. So the name of it is Pixar didn't happen.
Pixar, it didn't happen. I want that.
Which
shit.
now I'm looking at that their picture is very it's not exposed correctly. They're about 3 stops underexposed.
Are you really gonna be that guy about it?
ISO 500. I mean, all right.
Only at 540th a second.
F7. Come on. I feel like Rocket Lab could at least afford F2. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you guys are an orbital rocket company. Y'all should be able to afford it.
That's a tweet.
There's even a particular suborbital rocket company that can afford that stuff. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. He's actually making a tweet right now, live on air.
Yep, live.
Wow.
Double
Where is... Excuse us while we type and look up stupid shit.
I'm like, as soon as I'm like, that's a. I feel like you guys could at least afford an F2 lens.
Wow.
Just
So,
saying.
yeah, like I said, their next launch is 18 days away. At what time? Where's it at? Let's see.
And I definitely need a heart there at the end of that to make sure they know that I mean with love.
Well, not that one.
This one. There we go. I just thought about that's a tweet. That's a tweet right there.
That's a tweet. So yeah, 18 days
July
away.
3rd UTC is the dates, and those are each wise. Let's look at some pictures. I decided that we're gonna pimp John Krause this stream.
Ooh, go for it.
And he got some great pictures. I want to think of where he was. Not gonna try to figure out. Probably on the beach somewhere, south of Launchpad. Of course, we had beautiful night, early morning launches. A launch, and it was great with the twilight effect, which I could have seen, but I decided not to. So yeah, so it was. Of course, I don't know if we knew about it last Monday, but it was 58 Starlink satellites this time, not 60, with 3 ride shares. Which is going to become, I think, more custom because the next one, Starlink 9/10, depending on how you want to name it, is going to have also more ride shares, 2 ride shares, I believe. Or like Black Sky or something like that. I don't know. Never heard of them.
Me neither.
But yeah, no, John Krause got some great pictures. He had a good streak and a good video of it as well. Timed up. And every time I see a video of a launch with the Twilight, I see exactly where I messed up in my AEHF5 streak. It's like as soon as I'm like, oh, and the Twilight starting, that's where I stopped my streak. Nice, right there. There's where it stopped. I want to go back. I'm so sad I didn't go. Me and Matt were talking about it because Matt didn't get a chance to go either, and we're just like, Man, it sucks. We so wanted to go.
I know.
It's like the worst thing in the world where you miss a launch. But you
I
know what
know
I did?
if uh the OFT had been just a little bit earlier in the day, the same thing would have happened for that for
Oh no,
Starliner.
I was on his thing. It was OF2, the one we had those tickets to, but that was Solar Orbiter.
Mm. No,
Do you
OFT
want?
still came out really pretty.
Yeah. I miss OFT.
Yeah,
I
and
also messed up my
actually,
OFT streak as well. Like I have a curse with Atlas fives, with their streaks. I mess them up every time.
I just don't have a good picture of an Atlas yet. An
I have
Atlas, a
I have a
D4 heavy, are on the top of my list.
I have a okay one. It's a little underexposed, but I have an okay one. That's of AHF5. I have a pretty good night launch of it lifting off the pad picture.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
You just don't care.
I'm doing that old man thing. Mm.
It's not my dog. My dog does that sometimes when he's yelling at the ceiling fan, which he thinks is the enemy. He just like barks at it, and then when like we tell him to shut up, because at this point he's like 6 now, I think. It's been going on for 6 years. He hasn't figured it out, so we just go like, Slugger, shut up, and he goes rah, 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 rah. Like he just complains about it like an old man and walks away. It's like I understand. Yeah. What else? This happened a few hours ago. The news.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Bring it up. Where's it at?
Papa?
The what?
Star Papa?
Oh, that. Yeah.
Let me share my screen with y'all. Because apparently I have it on normal latency for the stream today, so I apologize. But why is it only... There we go. Here I am. Hey, I'm here. Oh, wait. Wrong screen for the stream. Yeah, so was it Star Popper 2? Star Popper 3?
That's still the wrong screen.
What? No, it's
hey,
not.
everybody, look at Seth's desktop.
No, it's not. Here, see? See? Oh, you're delayed. Look at your screen.
Yeah? I see it on my screen. Okay.
You see the tweet from Elon Musk saying didn't
Yes.
burst, but leaked at 7.6 bars? Gosh.
7... Keep talking.
Yeah, so they did, I guess it's like Test Article 3, but technically it's serial number 7, which I think is a terrible name because it's not an actual Starship. God, so many star names. Not an actual Starship ship. It's just a test article. So why is it S and 7? Why is it Starlink set? Why is it Starlink 9 but not Starlink 10? I'm so confused with life right now. Daryl, I need your help.
Oh.
But yeah, so they tested here's a little picture of it from the NSF guys from Boca Chica, Mary.
They were on that stream for forever. I stepped into it for a second.
They went crazy.
They did.
Were going. I think they had a good conversation about what
Biscuit.
Yeah, biscuit. What?
That's the 5 minutes I jumped in for.
What a biscuit is in UK, but what is a US biscuit in the UK? Which we still haven't. What is it? What is? That's a valid question.
That is.
Because you can't call it a muffin because muffin's something different. You can call it a pastry, but that's not really a pastry.
No.
It's like pastries have like
pastry usually implies something sweet on top of it.
Or like they were talking about it possibly being like calling it a what is not Danish? Scone. Scone's also sweet.
Yeah, but those are like more like little bite-sized.
Yeah, they're also
biscuits.
smaller and they're harder, I think, as well. Like denser. They're denser.
Like hard enough to throw through a window and rob a jewelry store with.
Well, they were developed for the queen to defend off her enemies.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like mini hand grenades. Yeah. So. Oh gosh, we're going right into the same time. I feel like that they're doing.
Yeah. How did we
But that was
that's
that was a frosty boy.
yeah, it was.
It was pretty much, it went from being stainless steel to being just white, full of ice. And it was like that for a very long time until, I think it was 410.
I don't know.
I think it was 410.
I checked out.
I don't know. Almost 420. Almost 420. Where there was a leak and there's a picture, I think, of a hole. Hold up. Let's see. I think if I go back one.
There's a hole. There's a hole on the side of the tank.
There's a hole. There's a hole. Nope. That goes to the back. Okay, never mind. Go back. Yeah, there's another picture that I think, I don't remember who took. I think it's from the, like Gene from Espadre. I think he had a good picture of it. There's a little, you can see a little hole on the top.
Yeah.
So it didn't blow like we all wanted it to.
It didn't explode. It did more like a balloon.
It didn't go boom. It went burr. So
accurate.
I mean, like it just went a little. So which is good because that means it wasn't that big. It wasn't that big. You kind of rather have it leak than blow. That means, yeah. So, which means technically, structurally, that's probably still pretty stable. So if they had a leak while landing like that, they could probably maybe still land. And have some, maybe they had the emergency egress system to get out real quick as well. Like, let's just say they really shouldn't fail.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's a way for them to get out. But, yeah, so that was fun. So 7.6 bars. This was with the new 304L stainless steel, which for all of you non-stainless steel nerds mean nothing. Yeah, you're not a stainless steel nerd. No, you put wires up or something.
What?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, so all the other starships have been using 301 series stainless. Now they're using 304L series stainless. But then they're also still working on their alloy, which is like 30X stainless or something like that, which is their new
30X, something like that. I don't know.
Well, I'm assuming it's 30X because it's 301, 304. It's a play on the 300 series of 30X. I don't know. But yeah, we're just winging it at this point.
Yeah, like us.
I said we're just winging it. They know what they're doing. We don't know what we're doing. You didn't even know I was on the right screen for like good 4 minutes.
Somebody had the latency set wrong.
Okay, well that's not my fault. That's YouTube's fault for not setting up the stream properly the first time.
Oh man, this show! I swear.
So, Kathy Leaders.
Yes.
I think that's how I'm pronouncing it right. Right?
Leaders, loiters, something like that.
Loiters, looters. Nope, not looters.
Super nice lady. She really is.
The super nice lady, the program manager for the commercial crew program, is now the assistant administrator? No. Associate administrator?
Read the tweet, dude.
No, it doesn't say that in the tweet. I can't remember what her title is. She was program manager. Now she's like I think she's like an assistant administrator or associate administrator for a human exploration and operations mission directorate. So pretty much she's in charge of Artemis. Woo!
There you go.
We figured it out.
I was just letting you
struggle. Listen, I don't like seltzers. All right. Barry.
That face.
All right.
There's that face in the sound effect.
That was Barry.
Oh man.
But yeah, so this was previously held by Jim. I'm gonna go butcher his last name. He now works for SpaceX. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it. You know who I'm talking about.
You mean Gerst?
Gerstmeyer?
Gerstenmeyer. Yeah.
So close.
There's the N in there. Gerstenmeyer.
So that's what he officially was, and then he left, and then he was replaced by someone. Yeah. Then he was replaced by someone from SpaceX, and then that's who they resigned the week before GM2.
Mm-hmm.
Which then led
there was some funny business going on.
Yes, there's some funny business going on, and then they had
It got weird.
his deputy was running it for DM2, and now Kathy's in here to bring it on, continue on the march for Artemis for the
Honestly,
next moon landing.
All right, so the temporary guy was Ken Bowersox. He's now
Yes.
had it temporarily twice. I still think they should have given it to him. Just like, dude, you've dealt with this twice before already for us. Just here's the job.
But Kathy
Here's the
deserved
keys.
it.
Oh no, don't get me wrong.
I think if they would have replaced it with
Kathy's
someone
great.
else, maybe depending on who they replaced. If they didn't go with Kathy, I want to know like who they would else go with. Maybe it would be like maybe just give it to the guy who's been running it twice. But no, Kathy deserved it. Kathy's done a great job. So
look,
I'm not upset with that.
I'm
and
not
he's
either.
He's a great temp. He does a great job. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Rocket Lab. We already talked about Rocket Lab.
Uh-huh.
Did you know about this? Did you know about this? I did not know about this. This is cool. This is really cool. This right here is cool. Because I'm a history buff.
Yeah.
So there's a famous picture from the Apollo program of the Pad 39A complex warning system. So
I think it was in the Apollo 11 dock.
I think so as well. But you see, there's 3 poles because originally there was supposed to be 3 pads. So they had one for Pad A, one for Pad B, one for Pad C. And they eventually took down the stuff for Pad C because that never got built after the Apollo program. So you just had Pad A and Pad B.
Although there's a small little cutoff road that never got finished.
Oh,
but you can see where it cuts off on Google Maps. I checked it out.
Yep. And it was pretty much if the lights around you pretty much don't go down there. There's like a yellow and a red light. You just don't go. You just don't go. Apparently it got destroyed by a hurricane. Hurricane Matthew, was it 4 years ago? And they finally fixed it.
Hurricane Matthew? No, that was that was like early 2000s, I believe.
Is it? Are you sure about that? No.
Hurricane Matthew. Hold up.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Hurricane Matthew was my first hurricane.
Oh, it was 16. Okay.
Yeah, 2016.
Oh no, that's Andrew. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure Hurricane Matthew was my first hurricane. My first hurricane. Yay.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was it? When was it? It was in like September. Okay. Yeah.
A December hurricane? That's That's the apocalypse, buddy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, September, October, but.
No.
Hey! We had a hurricane go all the way up to Wisconsin. So, this year.
That was no.
It was really funny because I'm from Wisconsin, so my parents are from Wisconsin. So I was texting them like, "You guys ready up there? Do you guys have your water? Do you guys have your battery or your hand crank radio?" and my brother's like, "No, we just got out of bands. It's fine." I'm like, "Oh, look at you using the correct terminology. You're a hurricane pro."
Did they have alcohol?
Oh, I didn't ask them about alcohol, but I'm 100% certain they had alcohol. So
okay.
I've been to both of my brother and my parents' houses because I grew up in one of them, and I helped get ready the other one. They have plenty of alcohol. If there's ever an apocalypse and they need to disinfect something, plenty of alcohol.
Cool.
Plenty of alcohol. If you think I'm crazy for having that big bottle of Smirnoff Red Wine Berry, they have just a lot. Just a lot.
Wow.
We didn't talk about this last week.
What's that?
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
They realize that you just got to hit it and it works. So
the intergalactic whack-a-mole?
Intergalactic whack-a-mole.
I'm sorry, interplanetary.
So people who have been like following Insight, they've had an issue with the mole, which is a little like kind of like impact driver into Mars. It like got stuck and they tried moving it and they tried doing other things. And pretty much it came down to, we're just going to push it in. And they got it in, and so far it's looking like it's working.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to say they had another video of, what is all this stuff? Why is that a thing? Okay. Yeah, they had another video of it actually kind of working and going down. So it's like, yay, whack-a-mole works. Don't we just love whack-a-mole?
Yeah.
You're still wearing the glasses.
I'm still wearing the glasses. kind of throwing me off though, because the little like pixelation shadow
It's
effect
like
like
they're
on the
not
front of
meant
him.
to be real glasses or worn for long periods of time.
They're costume glasses, but I
Yeah,
like them.
whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. Not much happened this week again, so we gotta talk about
No.
stuff. We gotta find stuff out to talk about again. Maybe more video game talk.
Ooh.
Do you want to talk about the game you found?
Star Wars Squadrons.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Okay, so they I didn't even know this was in development, but LucasArts and EA is
Our
coming out.
favorite game developer. Everyone's
uh,
favorite. No one complains about them at all. They're number one.
yeah, at least they're not Activision. Um,
I'll
so
be honest. I'd rather be Activision than EA. If I
that's
had to
true.
choose between the worst of the worst, EA's the worst of the worst.
That's true. Yeah, I'll
People
agree
go
with
there
that.
and they just don't come back.
So they put out a trailer today
Or if
for.
they do, they don't come back the same.
Shut up. They put out a trailer today for Star Wars Squadrons, which is a cinematic trailer. There's no official gameplay from it yet, which I'm not surprised. Hardly anybody puts those out anymore, especially like the bigger name companies that are just trying to push a game and get the $60 out of you. They never, lead off with actual gameplay. It's always like the
Call
cinematic.
of Duty always does. Usually.
Everybody knows
And
a Call of Duty by now, though.
you know what I
Everybody's
just
fucking
realized?
what?
What's the next Call of Duty? They haven't announced. Usually it's announced by now.
They're probably holding off because I mean, at one point they were putting out two a year. Remember?
One a year. It's
Was
always
it one a year?
It's always one a year.
Oh, but they were still cranking them out so damn fast. People got
That's
bored
not
with
going.
them.
That's not going anywhere.
No, it's not going anywhere.
Call
but,
of Duty is now a cash cow for Activision, so it's a dying game.
I got bored with it
though,
years ago.
Well, yeah, me too. But
I got bored with it years ago. But anyway, Star Wars Squadrons is going back to supposedly the old school days of X-Wing and TIE Fighter. It's going to have a single player campaign, and I really hope it plays just like TIE Fighter and X-Wing Alliance did, because X-Wing Alliance was the peak of those games. Anything they tried after that was garbage.
I don't know. The original Battlefronts were good.
They were good, but they weren't like dedicated.
Great.
They weren't dedicated like TIE Fighter and X-Wing and XWA.
Oh yeah, no, they were good enough.
It was XWA. XWA was like launch to landing, full on space combat sim, and I love that. And anything else they tried since then was always mixed in with something else where you got to go do ground combat also. I'm like, no, I just want a dogfighting sim. So apparently this is going to have a single player campaign, which I said hopefully works like the other ones. They're also finally doing multiplayer for it. Hopefully it comes out correctly, because they tried doing it years ago.
I have
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and X-Wing Alliance. It's going to be 5-on-5. So there's not going to be a lot of load on your network and whatnot with it being 5-on-5, something like this.
Yeah, the difference between EA Star Wars games and most EA games with Star Wars games and Call of Duty is that the same thing is that I have lost faith in both. I have no faith. The difference is that I'm
still gonna get it.
I'm just so emotionally tied to Call of Duty. I still buy. I just keep buying them, and I'm not emotionally tied to the Star Wars games.
See,
I've broken that tie very long.
I lost faith once EA took over, because LucasArts used to develop it in house.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure the original Battlefronts had EA as well.
I think that's when they started with EA.
They were very good.
EA then was not what they are now.
I bought them both for PC. Like now, I still play them. I play them at 1080 on my PC.
Damn.
Oh, it was like I was a little kid again. It just made everything better. It was, and there's still multiplayer games. There were still multiplayer servers up for it for Battlefront 2, and I was just wrecking people. Oh, I was a god at that game.
You know what I'm hoping for, and I'm
even better now that I have mouse and keyboard instead of controller.
Here's the thing. So, for Star Wars Squadrons, it's going to be cross-platform.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, PC.
That's kind of normal now. It's got to be the norm now. if you're not doing cross-platform, it's gonna be a terrible game.
I am gonna go dig my joystick out of storage and own some noobs from the PC.
Joystick
PC
on PC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like a controller
yeah.
joystick. Like like joystick.
Like joystick.
Like
yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
That for people who are listening, that made no sense to you, but you got it. You guys got it. It's a wow joystick,
so
not that beep, 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 joystick.
I'm still gonna buy it, although I'm like cautiously optimistic about this game. It comes out in October of this year. Yeah, you made the face. It comes out October of this year, if I remember the date correctly from the end of the trailer. I'm of course gonna get it, but I'm like cautiously optimistic. I hope EA kind of just kept their fingers out of this one and let LucasArts go back to old school.
No,
of course they did not.
No, they did not.
Of course
they're gonna get it, and it's gonna be great until the microtransactions hit you, and the paywalls hit you, and you're just gonna be like, oh, I gotta grind this game for like 16 hours to get something I could just spend $1 for.
Mm-hmm.
Or more $5.
That's how they get you.
But,
so yeah, we'll see how it goes. We could put out a review of it when it comes out later this year.
Oh, special episode, special report, special report.
Oh yes,
I like it. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be our thing.
We're gonna get drunk and dogfight each other.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Sweet. So yeah, cautiously optimistic. I'm tempted to go dig my joystick out of storage now and play the old X-Wing TIE Fighter games. I have them on Good Old Games. If you like classic games, GOG.com, Good Old Games. You find a lot of great stuff on there, and killer prices. A lot of the stuff we grew up with, which for Seth, the games he grew up with was Call of Duty from last year.
Whoa. I grew up with the N64. Which, I'll be honest with you, is not that old for some people. But it's still a classic.
Yeah.
It's still a classic.
It is.
I still have some street cred in the classic game industry, alright? I have a little it's barely holding on there.
Speaking of classic games,
but it's still
what I need to find?
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. My first game console, Sega Genesis. My dad's.
I mean, mine was an OG Nintendo, but that's because my brothers had it.
You know the story behind the Sega Genesis with my parents?
Go for it.
Took the things. My dad took money, he returned a bunch of items from my parents' wedding. And that they were going to return anyways, but they didn't want them, so they returned them, got money for it, and he got he got store credit, so he got a Sega Genesis from Sears, I think.
That's awesome.
Or Pennies, I think. I can't remember what it was. Yup. That's
awesome.
And he comes home, my mom's like, I wasn't happy about it, but well, what was I gonna do about it? It was already done.
I want to buy your dad a beer for that one.
Yeah. So.
And actually,
Sega Genesis.
And speaking of classic games and consoles and whatnot, do you have a Switch?
No, I'm not that rich.
So, from what I understand, you can't.
Did you get that rhyme?
So apparently, you can't get the classic games on the Switch like you used to be able to do on a Wii or Wii U. I tried hooking up a Wii U recently. My Wii U doesn't work anymore.
What?
Yeah. So I need a Wii U.
You have a Wii U?
Yes.
Okay. I have a normal Wii at my house. I asked my parents if they could still use it.
It's the. Did you know that's the favorite console of the Minions? Wii U. Never mind.
Oh. That one hurt, dude. That one hurt way too much.
If anybody out there listening has a Wii U that they're willing to part with, slide into my DMs on Twitter at Sausse Images.
Wow, that sounds horrible.
Hook me up.
I'm not sliding in my DMs at Saucy Images is what it sounded like. Sauce Images. That's what you should change your name to. You should change it to Saucy Images, not Sauce. Saucy.
I might do that.
And then you get, and then whenever you say, you either say it in the, Stefan from, Saturday Night Live. the weekly report or some of the weekly report show bit.
I haven't watched SNL in years,
Dude,
except when there was like a
I
popular skit.
literally only watch the daily report, the weekly report, and the Stefan bits because Stefan is hilarious. And there's one scene I can't get out of my head. It's like a club called Spicy, but she has, or he or she, it's he who plays it, but I think it's she as a person in the bit. I'm not sure. Has to go like sauce, like or spicy is the name, and they keep referring to say spicy. It's that the Stefan bit is like the greatest thing to ever happen to SNL, other than like the cowbell and anything Will Ferrell touches, pretty much. Dun, dun, dun,
Ding, ding,
dun.
ding, ding.
Yeah. I did play the cowbell in a song in grade school band. A part of the song, and I was
overachiever there.
Like, boom, boom. I was nailing it. I was going so hard with it.
Look at you, band geek overachiever over here.
My teacher, she was young. She was a younger teacher. She was hip, you know. And
actually, I can't really say shit about being a band geek because by senior year I was drum major in high school.
Oh, I so wanted to be a drum major. I so wanted to be one, but I didn't do marching band.
I had like the badass looking uniform. I didn't have to wear the hat with the stupid looking plume. I just like do my hair up nice, put on the cool uniform, and like.
Every time I saw a band major, I so wanted to be a band major. Or in a drum line. I was in a like an impromptu drum line in middle school that we did, but it was terrible because we sucked. Because
and that's the other thing
we were
too.
A bunch of white boy Lutherans with no rhythm.
I was
it was terrible.
That's the other thing too, is I was in the drum line too. So I'm like walking down the street looking fly as a mofo, got a drum on me, playing along, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, I own this bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig up a picture.
Yeah, but no, my teacher was cool because it was on that, and she was like, I need more cowbell. And I'm like, what do you have? I have a fever. What's the prescription? More cowbell. In the middle of the song as we're rehearsing.
Wow.
Like, oh, I miss her. You know what? You know the worst part? I don't remember her name.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. It's like kind of one of those things where like he had a great teacher, but I'm like, man, I haven't thought about her in that long. Like, even like thought about her memory in so long. I'm like, I don't remember her name. Like, I just don't. I don't remember most of my teachers' names. But
I remember one. Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
There it is.
What?
There it is. Hold up.
What?
I got to share the screen.
Oh no.
So my old band director, I'm friends with him.
On the my desktop button, just in case something terrible.
Hey, let me share a screen.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta give you permission.
You gotta do that every freaking time.
Wait, I forgot where it is. Where is it? I don't
Come on, man. We're losing the moment.
I know. Wait. Okay, there we go.
So my old band director, yeah, he shared this picture a number of years ago, and there's me off to the left. This picture does not do it justice.
I'll be honest. That's like the picture of you with the long hair from like when you were like doing a thing in what is it called?
Shrek.
Yeah,
Shrek the musical.
Shrek. Yeah, we had the long hair, and I'm like, I think I messaged you like, man, you were ugly because I thought you were like had like the green face or something. Like, and you're like, no, it was me I had the long hair, and I'm like, wait, what? That didn't even look like you.
I was Shrek's pale cousin. But yeah, that was.
Wait, were you like the short guy who with the really large castle who was compensating for something?
Farquaad? No.
Farquaad. There you go. You weren't him? Man, I think you would have played with that hair. You would have played a.
My buddy Mason did an amazing job with that part. He's hilarious. I march with him every year in the crew of Chewbacca's.
You know the worst part. You know what I hate. Shrek's not owned by Disney.
Nope. You ever see Shrek the musical though? The stage version?
Did not.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Loved it.
Is it? I've seen. You know what I have seen though? I have seen the sing-along version of Frozen. At Disney.
I am leaving this chat.
No, no, no,
I'm
wait. I went to it once, right? With my mom. I'm off like, okay, whatever. I'm at Disney. I got a drink in my hand. I'm feeling it. Let's just go in there. Let my mom have a good time, whatnot. With it, and there's some kids there. It's like middle of the day, and like I was also sweating hot, and it was indoors and seated, which
Ew.
makes like at Disney you got to find the rides that are indoors, seated, and air conditioned.
Space
And
Mountain.
it's what?
Space Mountain.
Well, that's indoors, but not air conditioned. But that does feel good. But you also have a long wait.
Do you
But
with
I'm
how
talking about
fast it moves?
I'm
That's
talking
air
about like
conditioned.
I'm talking about like right now, like the wait in line, the stand, you go right in, sit down. So you have
Oh.
like Carousel of Progress is a very
Mm,
big one in Magic Kingdom, and at Universal, not
no.
Universal, Hollywood
Carousel.
Studios. There we go, Hollywood
Carousel
Studios.
of Progress is Epcot, isn't it? No, no,
No,
no.
no, no,
I'm sorry.
it's Magic
That's
Kingdom.
that's Spaceship Earth. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Spaceship Earth is usually always long. Yeah, I remember the one we always went to uh in Epcot. I don't remember that one,
You know what's
but
sad? With
in Hollywood Studios is that is sing along. It's right there. There's almost no wait time for it. It's indoors, seated, air conditioned, and I'm
man,
drinking whatever. We come back again later in the night because we're also like tired. We just want to sit down for a little bit, and it's like a 30 minute. It's not that long of a show. We go in there. It's only adults, and it's all improv. It's a live like stage show. It's all
mhm.
improv. Oh, and the cast members and actors caught on to that so quickly that
Dude,
it's just adults, and that went from being a PG movie to PG-13 and pushing a little higher than that real quick,
nice.
real quick. There were some things in there. I'm like, I don't think Walt would be happy about that. That is
You know what's
not
sad?
family friendly.
You know what's sad? With all of the times I've been making a trip to Florida for rocket launches, passing by Disney World, and I still haven't been.
You never been to Disney World?
I mean, I've been to it before in my
Oh,
life, but
not for a launch.
like never when I'm passing through for launches. No.
See, my lowest moment in life has been going to Disney accidentally on Valentine's Day alone. It didn't dawn on me until I got to I started hearing the opening music for Magic Kingdom because out there when it opened. And I was
Mm-hmm.
a little bit after it opened, so after the opening ceremony, but like the opening stage, like sing along
Right.
stuff they have on the road. And I saw, I'm like, all the girls were in pink, all the guys were in red. There's heart. Oh no! Because I was like,
Wow.
so I used to dance when I was younger. So I used to do show. I used to dance when I was younger. Girls, that's why. That's like the quickest. That's the quickest example. You would have asked me back then. I would have told you because I loved it. Asking me now, I'm like girls. It's just simple as that. And
uh,
so I learned the dance. I learned a lot. I learned ballet. I learned tap. I learned jazz and hip hop. That's what I mostly did. Ballroom as well. I did a lot of ballroom dancing.
mm,
And so like I have a fascination with dancing because of that because I've learned so much. And so I was sitting
mm.
there and I'm like, oh, they're doing a ballroom dance, like a couples dance for the opening. They usually don't do that. And so I'm like, wait, they're all in pink and red. And then I looked, I'm like, oh, the hearts. Oh no, what have I done? I was there for like 15 minutes, maybe at most, and I left. I was done. I'm like, nope, not doing it. I had an annual pass, so I was fine. It wasn't like I wasted money doing that. I just literally drove like 30 minutes. I just wasted pretty much an hour of my day. I came back by noon, and my roommates were like, that was quick. And I'm like, hey, did you ever want to tell me that it might have been a bad idea to go to Disney today? He's like, why? Did you know what day it is today? And he has a girlfriend. He goes, fuck. Like, fuck no. Because he forgot there's Valentine's Day as well. Yeah. So, that's
So
college life for you. You just don't remember what day it is.
wow. So what else we got today? Anything else?
I'm working on my app finally that I've been trying to
Cool.
get done for the past 3 years.
Mm.
I don't know how much I want to talk about it yet because I did do a public stream and I explained it, so it's kind of public, but I only had like 2 people in stream, so it's like whatever. Let's be honest, there's only like 6 people going to listen to this anyways. I can give it all details and even give my API keys out and no one would care, but I'd rather not. Because I'd rather not. That's a lot of money if my API keys get out.
Yeah.
I just got my Amazon AWS account suspended, so. For doing nothing. Literally nothing.
Oh.
Literally. But I was still racking up charges for some reason. So over the past year and a half, I've racked up $15 worth of service, server fees.
Oh no, you going broke, buddy.
On the free version.
Oh, shit.
And it says that, and every month I'll get emails like, you're reaching your free limit. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. There's nothing hitting the servers because I don't have anything hooked up to it. And so I've been reluctant to pay it. And all of a sudden I just got an email last month. It's like your account's been suspended for $14.98 worth of charges have been unpaid. Wow. And I'm just sitting, I'm like, of what?
What do you expect from Amazon, really?
Yeah, Google Google is like, it's funny because like the service that I use a similar service on Google to send emails back in college. It was like a hundredth of a cent per byte. I never even got to a hundredth of a cent, and I was sending like hundreds of emails a day.
Damn.
Yeah. And for some reason, in over a year, I got a $15 in Amazon. I don't know what, but yeah. Amazon. Go AWS. It's a great service, but it's very confusing.
I know nothing about it.
It's very confusing. Let's just leave it at that. Even I'm confused. And I'm supposed to know this for a living.
Before we go,
memes.
Yes. Let's do memes real fast. Let's see. I'm ready with mine because I just gotta go back and.
Go ahead.
I already sent it to you. Come on. So, Seth was talking about today's tank test down in Boca Chica. Didn't go bang. It just went.
Brr.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, God bless the internet. This came out today. Like right away. I'm sure somebody was just waiting
to show how strong flex tape is. I popped this bopper. I sawed this starship in half.
It was just perfect. And for those listening, it's literally just the flex tape guy smacking the flex tape right on top of the test tank. It's wonderful. Absolutely.
I really
wonderful.
wish they would have tried to start the SN4 with flex tape. To demonstrate how strong this tape is, I blew up this prototype. I blew up a silo. So NSF. So let's talk about this. NSF started their merch store, which I think is public.
I know they've talked about it.
They've talked about it publicly. I just don't. I have the link to it because of Discord, and but when I go to nsf.com, like outside of that, it's still the merchandise tab's still there. So I don't know, like that. I don't know, whatever. But some of the designs on there that they have are so great. They're so great. There's Orange Rocket Good.
Yes, Orange Rocket is good.
Yeah, hashtag Orange Rocket Good.
Expensive.
And I want to do. Every time I want to say. Hashtag Orange Rocket Good. Hashtag Orange Rocket Delayed. Hashtag Orange Rocket Expensive.
Yes.
But I wish they would do a hashtag Silo Rocket Good. Or
hashtag or what rocket?
Silo Rocket. Starship. It's a silo.
Water Tower Rocket?
Water Tower Rocket. Well, okay. So Star Hopper was a water tower. This is a strip of silo.
Okay.
Hashtag Rocket Silo Go Burr.
Grain Silo Rocket.
Grain Silo Rocket. Oh my gosh. Everything go burr. Just everything go burr. Yes, just a new SpaceX merch design for you. SpaceX, you're allowed to use this. Just please. Just everything go burr. That's the only thing on the shirt. Just everything go burr.
You know that meme's gonna die out in about a week.
I don't care. I love it. It's amazing. I love that. I love it so much. Like, and I love it where it's like where it's like Bowen's like, what do you like? No, you can't cut costs by making launches reflying boosters and cutting overhead. You have to charge the government 6 times as much. SpaceX, ha ha ha, fucking not go burr.
What you got for this week?
I have.
Do you have anything ready?
Yeah, no, I just gotta set it up because it takes me longer than you.
Hmm.
So, it's from the Borg Cube confirmed. It's from the picture, so the video of the fairing video of the Starlink. And if you're Star Trek fans, you know what a Borg cube is.
Oh yes,
that looks like a Borg cube.
It really does. But you know, on a serious note about that though, when I saw that video, I thought, and nobody really mentioned this part, but they say because of the weight of 60 Starlink satellites at once, that's why they have to land on a drone ship and can't do RTLS. And seeing this, it really conveys, you know, how heavy that stack is. I mean, that's just a giant block
I'm not
of
sure.
mass right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how heavy they are. I know one reason also is that how far they actually go. I believe very horizontal as well.
It's a trajectory issue too, but it weight was definitely the other consideration.
Oh yeah, that's not a light package.
No, if you look at that, like I said, that's just a giant hunk of.
No, I'm going back to the
hunk of stuff right there. So it really conveys how heavy it is.
I'm throwing back to the Flex Seal thing. That's a lot of damage. Oh, that guy's great. You know, that's the guy who actually invented Flex Seal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's also I'm like, that is why he is so enthusiastic about it. It's because it makes sense now. It makes sense now.
So, before we go, one thing I wanted to point out coming up this week on Friday, a particular launch that I am fond of, and I'm so happy that it's back. My favorite haul ass yeet the hell off the pad rocket.
Oh, the Yeet Master Vega. 3000?
The Yeet Master 3000.
I like that.
Vega is back.
Yeet Master 3000.
The Vega is back. Return to flight launch on Friday after the failed Falcon Eye 2. I forget the number, but it was Falcon Eye. It was
the first Falcon Eye. The second Falcon Eye is now being launched on a Soyuz.
Okay, that's it. It was Falcon Eye 1.
Or
it was
ride sharing on a Soyuz, I think. Yeah.
It was a surveillance satellite for a Middle Eastern country. That is not the payload this time. I'm just happy to see the
do they have a payload?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. I'm just happy to see this thing yeet its ass off the pad again because
yeet.
Yeah.
Dude, ESA rockets know how to yeet off pads.
Especially the Vega.
I mean, if you think about it, the Ariane 5, that thing books it.
The Ariane 5 does book it, but not like this. I mean, think about it. It's just one
they
solid
both
motor.
They both book it. Like, they both go very, very fast. Yeah, Vega goes fast. It's like the shuttle also, that thing took off in the pad.
I'm telling you, not like the Vega did.
Well, yeah, not like a Vega, but as soon as you light solid rocket boosters on any rocket, it yeets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Solid rocket, go burr.
It's just all about how much they got to yank behind it. And I mean, if
Say it with me. Solid rockets
go
burr.
Burr. That's gonna do it for us tonight, y'all.
All right, are we done?
That's that. On that note, that's gonna do it for us tonight, y'all. Thank you, everybody who showed up to listen. Showed up to chat. A little bit quiet tonight, but I mean, we didn't have too much anyway. But if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast service, thank you for listening. Seth, you've already got it all memorized. You go ahead and.
I don't know. I don't have anything memorized. Leave a like, subscribe, ring the ding dong bell, or something. I don't know what it's called.
Give a ding dong to the ding dongs. That's our phrase. Give a ding dong to the ding dongs.
Give a ding dong the ding dongs. All right. We're the ding dongs.
Jesus, play us out, Seth.
Also, everyone listening, leave a like, star, reply, rate, depending on what servers we're all on, do that.
Show us the love.
It shows us. It helps us out a lot. And we appreciate it all. And we'll see you guys all next week.
Peace.